Abraham Lincoln was the ultimate example of a self-made man, growing up in a frontier environment where formal education was often inaccessible and little valued. But with a genius mind and immense ambition, Lincoln managed through sheer will and colossal tenacity to make something of himself, a successful man from an unsuccessful family. But that made him a target for a flood of charity appeals from family members. This letter is in response to such an appeal from his father, Thomas, for a $20 loan. Well, that doesn't sound like much now, but that would be more than 500 of today's dollars, and for Thomas Lincoln, it was critically important. Thomas had already sold most of his substantial land holdings to get out of financial trouble, and this loan saved him from losing the family farm entirely. So this was anything but a "can you loan me a few bucks to get by" sort of moment here. As you read this, think about the fact that Lincoln was never close to his father. They never understood each other. Never an ambitious man, Thomas could never come to terms with that drive in his son. And since he could neither read nor write, he could never understand why Abraham had such a voracious appetite for the English language. In many ways, Thomas represented everything his son worked to rise above. In fact, when Thomas died just 3 years later, Abraham didn't even attend the funeral. But he deeply loved his stepmother, Sarah, Thomas's wife. Saving the farm also meant saving Sarah's home. Notice that his love for Sarah is the last thing he mentions in the letter. Lincoln is polite, he offers sage legal advice, but there's an underlying implication that Thomas should pay closer attention to his affairs. And there's also a hint that maybe, just maybe, he could have been a better father too.